We are actually a free event that happens every single Wednesday. Free event that happens every single Wednesday here at Incubizo, which is a workspace and soon to be a great event space. There's an event space now in Ferndale. And not only are we meeting, but we are also meeting nationwide across the country. The Kauffman Foundation is who we all are volunteering for to present the framework that we're working with here to help all of you. And there's over 125 communities around the United States that are meeting on Wednesday mornings to do exactly what we're going to do here today. This program was founded in 2012 by the Kauffman Foundation, and what we're trying to do here to support our community is provide ideas and connections and tools for success. And then one of our main goals here is to make sure that we do our best to make sure that everyone feels included and able to have their voice heard here in whichever way you want to make that heard. And again, CSE it says 107, but we're more than 107 now, it's 125. And for a few of you in the room who will know what I'm talking about, there is an organizer summit, so I'm one of the volunteer organizers in our community. If you are a volunteer on our DetroitMetro organizing team, can you raise your hand, please? All right, take a look around, keep your hands up for a minute. Yes, so we help collectively make this happen for you guys every week. We have a weekly meeting, and we talk about who's applied and who's coming and who's presenting, and we work to provide that person a coach so that we can help you present each week for our room here, who I know you guys keep coming back because you like our format, right? We really try to support our entrepreneurs. And each of the people that raise their hand, they have a role as a presenter, and that's how we all work. You know, lots of hands, little work, right? And then I'd also like to recognize our community sponsor, which is Oakland Thrive. So if you're an Oakland Thrive consultant, like Daryl, who's also our co-lead, or a connector. So I'm pointing at Jamar, because he's done a chat over there. He's got his arms crossed. Jamar is one of our key component people here, and Nia is one of our managers. So Oakland County really does provide services for us. And not only Oakland County, but there are quite a few people in here who are B2B partners with Oakland County and also have their own businesses that are long-standing and very supportive for our community. Now, some of you have been here before, probably wondering why I'm going along with this, but that's just to show that we have plans in the office, in the room, to help you if you're a startup entrepreneur. So we are looking for presenters. We do want you to apply to present your business, not pitch it. And I hope that today you'll see some of the support that's in this room as we progress. Now, if you are someone who's been here before and part of our community, a regular, let's say, can you please raise your hands? Come on, I know there's more of you. Excellent. Thank you so much for continuing to come back. We love seeing you here, and it does feel like family in the room. And then, who here is a past presenter? Can you guys stand up, actually? Can you stand up, please, for me? Hi. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, excellent. So, thank you for continuing to come back and give back to the community here and offer your support just like you got it. And then now, so who are first-timers? Who has never been here before? Okay, raise your hand. And actually, we have a gift for you today. So Kauffman Foundation provides us with a little bit of swag, including our tea mugs, coffee mugs, our signs that are out front, and these journals here that are getting passed out to first-timers. So glad to have those back in stock. All right. So, another interesting thing that happens at 1 Million Cups is you get to be a coffee sponsor if you would like to pitch your business. This is the only way you can pitch your business. So, this is how you would become a coffee sponsor. You would email DetroitMetro at 1millioncups.com. You put in there that you want to sponsor coffee, which means you're paying for coffee for the room. It's typically around $150. You can bring treats. You know, it's kind of a regular thing here, but it's not required. You would pre-purchase brewed coffee for how many people are in here? And it says 55 plus. That's not an age number. That's just, you know, that we regularly, organically have around 50 plus people here in the room. So we want to make sure everybody has free-flowing coffee. And then you'll get about 5 minutes of pitch time. And we would like you to help promote our community for you being a coffee sponsor here by putting it on your socials. All right, did everyone sign in with the iPad that is getting passed around? Okay, so if you have not, clicked on the button to sign in, just raise your hand. Carmen will start to pass that around. Carmen has a camera in her hand, and her role now has shifted from venue in Incubizo, where we are now, and she's looking to phase out a photographer because she's now co-lead along with Daryl Peace with the organizing committee. Yay, Carmen! How many of us regulars here love Carmen's photos? Like, do you not just love her photos? Okay, Carmen, we love you, and we've seen you here a lot, but if there's anyone else here that would like to be trained by Carmen, get a little skills in your photography side, we really need her to be replaced. We want someone to take these pictures for her, for us, for our community. Really, it's just a group picture and maybe a couple in the room just to show that we have an organically happy place here. So if you know anyone or you want to be that person, we would love you to join our organizing committee so she can be relieved of that, that job number 3 with 1 million cups. All right, now speaking of Carmen also works here at Incubizo, as does Josh, who's behind the front desk up there. And Incubizo is one of our besties here. They're one of our sponsors, just like Oakland Thrive, so they give us this space in kind to present our presenters every single week and provide a space for you and provide coffee. And these are some of the benefits to being here in this workspace. So feel free to grab some of these QR codes. I don't think we're going to have these up again. It's not offensive to me if you hold up your phone and do some QR codes. But if you want to learn more, or if you want to book a room at this space, or even get the QR code, or just follow us, that would be fabulous. All right, it is now time for our coffee sponsor to come up, who's providing coffee for us today. Lisa Davis. And she'll get a couple minutes to pitch about what she's doing here. And again, if you want to be a coffee sponsor, just email DetroitMetro at 1millioncups.com.
Good morning. Okay, good morning. That's me. Good morning. My name is Lisa Davis. I am the coffee sponsor providing coffee this morning. And so today I want to talk about one of my other businesses. I'm not sure if I've talked about it here before, but I want to talk about the Trusted Banker, because who is the Trusted Banker and how do I use this platform to earn income and make money? So my social media platform is called the Trusted Banker. I'm a former banker of 20 plus years. And I'm also a serial entrepreneur. And when I left the banking industry because of acquisitions and mergers in 2017, I founded my nonprofit, Community Up, a consulting company, Compliance and Community Consultants, and the Trusted Banker on social media. And so right now, I do work with a lot of corporate professionals, and I'm a small business coach and consultant to help people understand bankability, banking products and services, and how to take their business from level 1 to level 10. Now, what I do is specialize in credit, but I also call something called bankable, where I teach people how to have a bankable mindset, which is really a wealth mindset, to help you understand business and financing and understand how to create revenue. So right now I have 236,000 followers on TikTok, 11,000 followers on YouTube, 3,300 on Instagram, and 8,000 on Facebook, and 1,700 on Instagram, on LinkedIn. And I've been on ABC, Black Business Network, PBS, Black, whatever those things are right there. So no. Not really. So what I want to talk about today, next page, is two new initiatives that I have coming up. One is going to be something that I've been working on ever since I joined social media, and that's going to be the Road to 1 Million. The Road to 1 Million is Road to $1 million, how to earn income on social media. So if you want to follow me on my platforms, those are the platforms that I'll be talking about it on, definitely TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So I'll be talking about the steps that I'm going to take. I'm not sure if I'm going to kick it all the way off this month, or if I'm going to lead up to it and then kick it off in January, so that the full year will be January to December, so it'll make it a little bit more comprehensive. But to show how you can go from earning $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $50,000 to $100,000 a month with the products and services that you offer. The second thing I have is a course that kicks off Monday, which is an online cohort called Sell. So if you don't know how to sell, you can't increase your revenue. So if anybody's interested, sale kicks off Monday at 11 o'clock from 11 to 1. It'll be every Monday. It is a cohort, and if you register today and you use the coupon, you'll get $150 off the course. The coupon code is SELL, SELL 150. And it's a 6-week, we use AI power, and it's 6 weeks to 6 figures. So first we gotta get you to 6 figures before we can get you to 7, right? And then the next slide is what? And if you are interested in following me anywhere or learning more about me and what I do, that's for the cohort that starts on Monday, and those are all my social media followings. And the white QR code is more about all the products and services that I offer on my website. My name is Lisa Davis. If you're interested, I have the flyers here for the cohort that kicks off on Monday.
That was really good. That was so good. That was like really efficient. I feel like we got a ton of information. We are going to have East Point Economic Development. So, is the person in the room here? Yes. So East Point, you'll be our coffee sponsor next week, right? And they'll tell us all about East Point's economic development procedures and how we can get into that, right? All right. So today we have a person that's giving us some information about something that you want to take note of if you're in our community, because as you know, we're presenting community, not a pitching community, but there's an opportunity coming up in Detroit in the fall that you should know about. And then after that person goes, we're going to have an updating presenter, people that have presented here before, Monarch Coaching. They're going to give us an update about their business, and they're going to tell us how 1 million cups have been helping them now, and maybe even mention why others should want to present if you're thinking about doing that. So again, we are looking for presenters to sign in, 1millioncups.com/present. It's that easy, and then you'll tell them this is the community when you apply, and then we'll look at your application and accept you. One more thing I want to mention, if you're asked by Monarch Coaching to come up and support a current ongoing challenge that they have, know that you have just about a minute on the microphone, and that our process here is not to tell anyone ever what they should do or advise them on your expertise. Really, we're just offering experiences or suggestions that we have noticed in what they presented in their short few minutes up here that we might be able to support them in for their next steps. Sound good? All right, so here comes Christina. Christina, do you need the clicker? Okay, here you go.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Yep. Perfect.
Am I good right here?
Yep.
I don't have to do a dance. All right. My name is Christina Drake. It's great to be here with you this morning. What a great community. Thank you to Carmen for inviting me, and thank you to Melissa for the warm welcome. I'm a partner at Renaissance Venture Capital, and I'm here to tell you about a free funding resource that is happening in the fall. This is an event called Undemo Day that my firm hosts every year, and the purpose of Undemo Day is to bring more venture capital funding to Michigan startups. And I'm going to talk a little bit about venture capital funding and who it's most appropriate for, recognizing that it's not the right path for everyone. And I'm going to be fairly quick, and then I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. You'll also see some QR codes on the screen where you can learn more, and you can make your way to the application for the event, which I'll talk about. And then I think that my email address is on here. If it's not, I have cards. I'm also very easy to find on our website. My email address is all over the place. So please don't hesitate to reach out if we're not able to connect today, or if we don't have time for questions. So here we are. So Renaissance Venture Capital is a venture fund of funds based here in Southeast Michigan. A fund of funds means that we do not make direct investments in startups, which is what a typical venture fund does. We are investing in the funds, and then we use that network to bring those funds to Michigan with the goal of increasing the amount of venture funding that's coming to entrepreneurs here in the state. So we've been around since 2008. We ourselves have raised 5 funds, and so each Renaissance fund then has 10 to 15 venture investor funds that are underlying. And so all of those funds, then they want to keep us happy because we've committed our capital to them. And then there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other funds around the country that would like to eventually have our capital. And so they also want to keep us happy. And so that's the way that we're able to sort of leverage this network that we have all of venture funds. The reason why it's important to us to use that network for good is because there are really, I mean, it's a testament in this room, there are really fantastic founders and fantastic ideas in Michigan. But Michigan as a geography is often overlooked when it comes to venture capital funding, and it's simply because of our zip code. So we are trying to change that, and the primary way that we do that is through an event called On Demo Day. On Demo Day is hosted 2 times a year. The next event is in person in the fall at Ford Field, and the sort of heart of On Demo Day is really highly customized speed dating between founders and investors that fly in from all over the country. About 75% of the investors who join us are from out of state, and then you get all of the very fantastic funds that we have here in state join as well. So here's the details about On Demo Day that's happening this fall on October 1st. It is in person. There's no virtual event or virtual option. It's all in person, and it's at Ford Field, and it is free. You can see the agenda here. Like I said, there's a few things that we offer. Open networking, there's plenty of time and space for open networking, and each year we try to be a little bit more thoughtful about how we can sort of create a more efficient sort of networking time for everyone. So hopefully if you are able to join us, you'll feel that, you'll see that. But like I said, really the heart of On Demo Day is this customized speed dating between entrepreneurs and investors. And in order to qualify for that speed dating, you have to apply. And here are the participation requirements for entrepreneurs. The QR code that is on this screen is going to take you straight to the application. And these participation requirements are also listed there. So first and foremost, we are based in Michigan. Michigan is the community that we care most about and want to support. And so for this event, your startup has to be based in the state. The second, venture ready. And so this is important because there are so many fantastic entrepreneurs who are focused on developing Main Street businesses or businesses that are going to serve a really vital role in your community. 9.5 times out of 10, those businesses do not want venture capital funding. Like, trust me, it is a waste of your time. That is, to me, number 2 up here is one of the most important things to keep in mind and to really think hard about whether or not this would be a good use of your time. There are so many other resources and people in this room who can talk to you about alternative funding options. I know Melissa probably has a lot of great resources, but for those who are looking to really scale their business, they're looking to exit via merger, acquisition, or going public in the next 5 to 8 years, and looking for a big infusion of capital, venture capital could be the right path for you. And then finally, the third requirement, like I said, this is an in-person event. The reason why we have to keep harping on this is because we actually do host a virtual version of On Demo Day in the spring, and so sometimes people get confused. But for the fall, it's in person. Okay, so I mentioned you have to fill out an application in order to be considered for the speed dating option that's part of On Demo Day. So those applications are open for the next month. I'm actually hosting a more in-depth information session. It'll be very similar. There'll be a lot of the same slides, but we'll have a little bit more time. But I'm hosting an information session on July 15th, which I'm happy to share the invitation with all of you. So you can learn more, but you have a month to apply. And the way that it works then is we send out your application information. We usually get about 250 applications. We send that out to all of the investors in our network. It's about 1,000 investors. And we ask them to take a look and to tell us who they're interested in meeting. And so you will never be paired with an investor who is not already interested in your sector and in your business plan. And that's why we describe it as very highly customized speed dating. And so we have to get all the applications in first, and then we send all of those out to the investors. We have to give them some time to then look everything over and to fill out a form and tell us who they'd like to meet. And from there, we puzzle piece together a custom meeting schedule for everyone. And you can see some of the dates associated with that process up here on the screen, and it all culminates in the event on October 1st. You can see here the pie chart I'll mention really briefly. A question that I get a lot is what types of investors are joining, and the answer is all types. So investors that are focused on all stages of investment and all sectors. You can see from the pie chart that most investors are focused on tech, healthcare, or industrial sectors like manufacturing, mobility, materials, that sort of thing. Just really briefly, in the past we've gotten really, really great feedback on this event. And so to me, one of the things I'm most proud of is this bar chart that you see on the right. So the question that we ask both founders and investors is how many of your one-on-one meetings do you think will lead to further action? And 100% of them said that at least some of their meetings will lead to further action, which for us is like music to our ears. Through these efforts over time, the last 10 years, we've been able to attract about $3 billion worth of venture funding to founders here in the state. And so again, the whole purpose of this is to continue to grow that number. So if you are ready to apply, again, this is the QR code for the application. A lot of the things that I mentioned, the schedule, the requirements, are all on the application page. And I think I have like maybe 2 minutes. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer your questions again, or we can connect afterward. No, it is not.
If there's anyone that has a question for Christina, we'll give a couple minutes if you wanted to come up and ask a question. Remember, we do YouTube Live here, and we have a Zoom room. And again, she's going to have an info session on July 15th. So where is the info session?
It's virtual. So I can share it. Maybe I'll share it with her.
All right, so if anyone's interested in that info session that's on July 15th, I know I am. I help run a growth stage mastermind group, and I'd like to make sure that they're aware of this. Do you have to be in Detroit?
No.
You're just going for the state of Michigan.
Just Michigan, we get people that drive down from the UP actually. So yeah, the whole state.
Okay. If there's one or two questions, anyone want to come up and ask a question? If not, we're going to move on to our updating presenter. All right, cool. Thank you. This was great. Okay, so hopefully that's a good resource for you guys to know that you can't pitch here, but there are opportunities where you might be able to get funding. And I know those are pretty high parameters, but if you know somebody that can benefit from this, or you can like tag along with them and see what their application to be filled out would look like that, I mean, I feel like Lisa could sell her business in a second because the value here, I mean, I hope you're going. All right, okay, well now it's time for updating presenters, Monarch Coaching. So Taylor and Erica, if you guys can come on up. I'm passing you the clicker, and thank you for coming back.
Good morning, everyone. We're really happy to be here back with all of you. We feel, honestly, that 1 Million Taps is like our family. We really always feel very comfortable being here, and yes, we're very excited to share some updates and share about our business as well. So I'm Erika Rivera, and this is my amazing business partner and best friend, Taylor Galere, and we are Monarch Coaching. Clients come to us to help them with their leadership development, to help them with their company culture and their training. So please raise your hand if you have ever felt stuck, maybe disconnected, like you're just going through your emotions at work. You're working, it's like, like you're surviving, not thriving. We all have been there, right? That's why Monarch Coaching was created. We will have the opportunity to work in the leadership development team of a 500 Fortune company here in Michigan. And we saw the amazing impact that investing in leadership development had on not just the company culture, but also the employees' engagement. Because when we talk about leadership, we are talking about directors, supervisors, managers, all of them. We just call them leaders. Here at Monarch, we call them leaders. Elisa right now was our leader being in front of us. She's the one making us be engaged in the conversation, making us feel heard, right? So that's what we want all the leaders in the companies to be. So we do this through our leadership solutions, and 2 of them were developed after being here with all of you in 1 Million Cup, so it's a really good update. So the first one is the Monarch Leadership Program. This is a 6-month leadership program full of interactive courses, accompanied with one-on-one coaching sessions, and also group coaching sessions. So what we do there, we tailor the conversation, whatever they learn in the courses, we tailor it to their specific and unique needs. Because we all have unique team members, we have unique generations working with us, so they deserve unique recognition and appreciation. So that's what we do in our online program. This is for individuals, but mostly for organizations who want to streamline their leadership team. The second offer we have is the Transformer series. We talked about this last time we came. It's about a 5-week cohort. It's online. It's 1 hour a week, and it's tailored to professional women who are going through any type of transformation or transition. Whether they were with their kids, raising their kids, doing that amazing job, and now they want to be in the corporate world. That can be a little bit scary. They want to start leading teams, or they are just feeling stuck in their careers. So we are here for them as well. And the last one is our leadership workshops. We do in person and live workshops as well.
Perfect. Thank you for that recap, Annika. All right, so we presented here at 1 Million Cups last October. It feels like it's been longer than that, but a lot has happened since then. But I wanted to share a couple of the things that we actually got out of the experience with sharing. So last time that we presented, we kind of shared that we were looking for help with our credibility, but also help with finding some clients. So one of the suggestions that came in was to become a member of WeBend, which is basically, I don't know exactly what it stands for. Who knows what that stands for? Shout it out. Women Business Entrepreneur. Okay, thank you. That. So we actually just had our site visit yesterday to become a certified women's owned business. So fingers crossed. So I can't remember who it was that shared that suggestion, but thank you for that. So that's going to give us just a little bit more leverage, especially because we do want to work more with women and women-owned businesses. So that will kind of help us with that. We also were looking again to expand or improve our credibility. We're young women, minority women, millennials, and you don't really see us in the leadership field very much. So we actually got another suggestion after our presentation. Someone pulled us aside and told us, start a YouTube channel. You should start a YouTube channel. You should share with your exact audience. So we did that, and we got 100 subscribers within the first 2 months of being up and going. So it's called the Lead Her Lounge. We should have put the QR code up there. Oh, raise your hand if you are a subscriber. I know there's a couple of you guys in here. Carmen, Melissa, Daryl. All right, we should have put the QR code up here. It's at the Lead Her Lounge. So follow us on YouTube. The other thing that kind of popped up that we weren't expecting was we actually had a lot of speaking engagements and media attention over the last couple months, specifically starting in May. So we actually got an opportunity to be keynote speakers at the Moms in Business International event in May. They have like an annual event, and that was really amazing. We got to share a little bit about our Monarch coaching philosophy, which is our 3-legged stool. We have a YouTube episode about that. But also, we were able to be on a couple local television stations, be interviewed by a couple local interviewers on some local podcasts, and we also were a part of Velocity, their smart zone in Macomb County. We were a part of their 3x3 pitch competition and got a lot of media attention for that because we won 3rd place. So that was exciting too. Thank you. So we've been out there, yeah, we've been making our rounds. All right, so how's business and what have we learned? So we have focused, we've got 3 clients essentially. So we've got our organizations, who like corporate organizations where we would offer the Monarch Leadership Program to. We also have
professional women who we would offer the transformative series to, and then we have individuals who we would do coaching with. And workshops too. So we've actually focused a lot on the workshops and the transformative series over the past couple months. There are some challenges with getting in touch with corporate, that'll be our ask a little bit. But so we've done quite a few workshops with organizations like Bamboo and Velocity, and we've also launched a couple iterations of our transformative series, which has been very successful. We got some great feedback, so we're looking to continue those. Like Erica said, it's a 5-week cohort for professional women who are looking to kind of build up their confidence, establish their personal brand, all that. So that's what we've been focusing on. One of the things that we've learned, though, over the past 6-7 months is that we initially, when we first presented here, we were looking to get in touch with startup founders because we wanted to offer our Monarch Leadership Program to startup founders. We quickly learned after meeting with a few and going to Michigan Tech Week and being in Startup Boston that they might not be our ideal customers. So just because their focuses are really just on growing and scaling the business, not on developing their people. So that leads us to our ask for today, which is what ideas do you have for us to get in front of our ideal customer? And keeping in mind that we are actually switching to corporate organizations who have HR in place, because a lot of times with us, leadership development and HR can kind of blur, but we are not HR experts. So we need someone who has an HR team in place. And they also would like them to have a hierarchy, a leadership hierarchy in place as well. So a leadership team who is our end user that would go through the program. So we might actually have time for 2 asks, but that's the first ask that we have right now. All right, yes.
All right, that was awesome. Wasn't it a great update? Oh my gosh, that was really great. So like, poster child of updates. Like that's what we want to know as a community. Where are our companies that present going after they actually present their challenge here? And that was really good to share with us that you're literally pivoting right now. I remember because you came in and Erica, you were like, we just want to pitch to C-suite and like, I don't know, was it Series B and Series C? And I told you about Black Tech Saturday, and you were like, yay! And so you, in 8 months, you've like really realized that you have a much more finite target audience. And I know we have people in here that can help. So is there anyone here who has suggestions or experiences even in pitching or working with the same thing that they have up on the screen? If you could come up here and help them out and line up over here by the sign, that's the best place to reach our wired microphone. We only have 1 microphone right now, so. Come on, guys.
Please help us.
Letting them think. All right, I'm gonna give you a minute to get your, come on up here. To come on up here, let's make a suggestion. Thank you, Tanisha. If your mind is rolling and you're thinking, I do know people who need some support in leadership training, who are in mid-level management that really need to make it up another level and could use some sideline coaching that could really help them. They will have their contact information up here, so please reach out to them in any other way if this is like not your jam to get up on the microphone. But we do appreciate you coming up and sharing that because our YouTube Live audience will get that support as well. And it'll be recorded for Taylor and Erica to have another date. All right, my friend Tanisha, come take the microphone.
Hi, good morning, great update. I just had more of a, a clarifying question about the YouTube channel. Who was that targeted toward?
Good. So, because we do a lot of research about leadership to keep updated ourselves and when we're coaching, we were finding that we're not finding people like us doing YouTube channels, right? Especially talking to the modern leadership. We have right now, we talk about this in our channel, we have 4 generations working at the same time in a company. So we have leaders dealing with Gen Zs, millennials, dealing with boomers, right? Which is so hard. So we're talking to those leaders that are right now leading any type of generations. And they want to be empathetic. They want to be emotionally intelligent. They know that what's going on right now with the world is a lot, so they need to be stronger to help their team members. So we provide a lot of like action items and best practices to help them. So we try to show our expertise through our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Thank you for that. So I would probably suggest looking at, especially like LinkedIn and your YouTube channel, whatever you're saying, to attract the corporate HR, or you could go to LinkedIn and find who you would like to be a client and see what they're following and who is following them. See what type of thing they are liking, and then take that information and see how you can curate content that they will like. Yeah, correct. Okay. I appreciate you. All right.
To Monarch and crystallize. So I have a contact for you, first of all, so I'm gonna give you my card. And then what I was thinking is, in that space, like the corporate space, like I was in corporate for over 2 decades, right? And there's like this group of people who need the help. And then I guess my comment is, I wouldn't limit yourself to just the people who are the HR people. I would reach out to anyone in corporate, and I was gonna piggyback on Tanisha with LinkedIn and start to cultivate your contacts on LinkedIn that are specifically, based on your ICP. Those people on LinkedIn, start reaching out to them, and if you need help on how to do that, like I've been working on that just this week. But I wouldn't limit yourself just to the HR, because the path to get to HR is probably the people who are kind of in the weeds. They're the ones who are like, can you please help this person because I need them, but they're getting on my nerves. That's it.
So, or like some more additional info, I guess, is we've tried to connect with like the end user who's really like our advocate for, like, the people who really want it are the people who are gonna use it, are not the decision makers. So that's the toughest part, is like, I guess another way to rephrase this is, how do we get them to be advocates for us to get us in front of their decision makers? Because that's been a bit of a challenge for us, because people want it, they just are not the people who are gonna be able to implement it in their company.
Okay, so I know you have the program for the members, for the women. Do you have a specific corporate structured program? So how are you marketing the specific corporate program? Who's the audience? Right, so you probably need to pivot the audience on your specific corporate program to those people, and that will probably get you. There's some other people here marketing.
Yeah, thank you. All right, come on up.
Good morning, everybody. So I have 7 questions. I'm going to ask you one. Try to pick one. So I want to know, is there a set number of clients that you take at one time, or do you just adjust based on capacity? If you do limit your clientele, do you pick based on the specific target area, or is it first come, first serve?
Yeah, for us, it's going to be more first come, first serve, and it does, obviously, our capacity does matter, because it's right now the 2 of us, but if the account is large enough, the contract's large enough, we'd be able to outsource some of the coaching. So for the Monarch Leadership Program, the way that it works is it's self-paced online courses, and then with each course, they get a one-on-one coaching session. And if they do the full package, it's 11 courses, so 11 one-on-one coaching sessions. So if we had like a team of 50 people going through it, that's quite a bit for Erica and I to handle. So we would have to outsource some of that coaching. Yeah, of course, thank you.
I hope you guys are doing well. It sounds like you are. You guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but cold outreach is really, really rough and not fun, but it is actually a way to break into some of these businesses. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times upper level management folks do answer the phone. And a couple of ways, I used to work for a staffing company, and so literally all I did was cold call upper level leaders. Literally cold calling them, LinkedIn messaging too, that's another thing. Emailing, I don't know that I ever found success emailing personally, but Apollo.io, I haven't used it yet, but it's an AI, okay. So you can find contacts for corporate leaders that way. You can also pay for Zoom info, which links up with LinkedIn, and you can get phone numbers that way. I know it doesn't sound super fun and great, but I will say it is something where, like, if you want to break in, you guys have a really compelling business plan. So cold calling people may actually work because people will listen to you, and if you call the right people, it could actually work. We used to have to go through organizations and put through master services agreements, so we used to have to meet with like 7 different leaders and develop advocates and kind of move up the organization that way. I think it'd be easier for you guys to do that just because you have a more compelling idea. But maybe if you guys are able to find upper level leaders that are women that you think would be passionate about this and cold call them and see if you can catch a meeting with them. I mean, that's just my thought. Yeah, it's rough, it's not fun, but even like 15 cold calls a day could make a difference.
I was gonna say thank you. Yes, we haven't tried that. We have done LinkedIn outreach and emails as well. We haven't been very successful, but why not? I mean, we always say, yeah.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Once you start doing the things that people don't do anymore, you can actually start doing it.
Yes. Thank you, Ryan.
Hello, Erica and Taylor. Good to see you all. And speaking of that, I feel like I see you all. Yeah, so I feel like you're almost there. You just gotta connect with the right person. Melissa, don't kill me. I know this is not really a pitching thing, but when you do pitch, do you all include corporate and HR now, or is it more so the whole Monarch coaching pitch? Yeah, are you all niching your pitch? Okay. I looked at your website, which I told people I love, and it looks really good. Maybe consider putting those keywords in there. Corporate, HR, you got leadership, you have organization. Or even create a page, or even a lead magnet. You have the YouTube going on. You have the presence and the testimonials on your website. So you all are checking so many boxes. I think creating a lead magnet where it's not so like salesy, it can kind of be emotional. How are you feeling, CEO? How's your team? What's the temperature right now? Are you feeling burnt out? Things like that. And then maybe, this what I'm talking about is a little bit of coding, like some kind of meter, like, oh, you need Monarch coaching, something like that. Just more so keywords. And it sounds like you're already doing that, but maybe I should be telling you to just keep going.
This is a really good point because we actually right now working with a branding company. So we are having like a facelifting, like a refresh of our website, taking some of the colors because it's very female oriented, which we love, but to actually appeal to more corporate, like we decided to change some of our words as well in color, so it's going to be a rebranding, so it's coming up. So, but thank you, because those things that you're saying, those are the things that we're thinking about changing. Yes. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Shalise Daniels, the founder of Flow AI Business Coach. I was thinking about 2 things, SHRM, okay, you already know, and then NAAA HR, National Association of African Americans in HR, Human Resources. They have a really tight network, and it's like when you go to one of the seminars or one of the offshoots of the seminars, it's easy to get in, talk to people, and talk to the leaders, those who are making decisions on bringing people in. And since they already have an affinity towards African Americans, then women, minorities, right, will be the next step. So those are the 2 things that I was thinking about in AAAHR Michigan. I am actually, I know the chair of the of NAAAHR, yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hello. Welcome back up.
So I got a couple of, I'm not even gonna say that. So I have corporate contracts. And when I was managing director and I managed like 5 states and a whole host of people, it's hard to get you guys in, right? Because we don't know what you do and all those things. So the thing I would say is it's not about what you know at this point, it's who you know. So you need to go back to wherever you guys were working and start there and try to get a contract there. But also Great Lakes Women Business Council, and you got the WBENC. There's corporations there that you can talk to those business owners to find out if, because this is a hard lift. Once you get a few under your belt, then it'll be easy peasy and people will be passing you around like a tool. But you want to get the first contract, because right now, why would I hire you when I can hire such and so and such and so? And we brought in people that have books, we've facilitated trainings for culture, corporate culture and corporate leadership and all those things. So the question would be, have you done your business plan? And do you know who you're competing against? And do you know who they have contracts with? And do you know how they got in there? And then why haven't you sold it to wherever you got it? Did you leave corporate, or were you at corporate? And it's going to be your relationship. You can market your ass off, right? But it's going to be your relationships, because your relationships know what you're capable of. And your relationships are going to be easier for you to sell a solution to their pain point. So I would really start with who you know and not what you know. Because we know you know it. If you're thinking you can do it, we know you know it. You need to go to the low-hanging fruit is who you know.
Thank you so much, appreciate you.
Okay, I just wanted to follow up on the previous comment about cold calling, because I do understand like it's so hard and it's something that no one wants to do. I would just say I have a marketing background, and I would say where I've gotten the most success with doing cold outreach, it seems like very simple things, but we used to use about 20%, which is like our, random marketing budget, to allocate towards like digital gift cards for coffee. And like that small little incentive, actually, you'd be surprised at how much impact if someone's like, oh, you buy me a coffee today, great, I'll put on that 30-minute meeting or whatever that is. And so it was actually really successful in just having like that very small incentive just to initiate the conversation. And we also accompanied that with, we made 3 kind of like tailored strategy videos where it was kind of like describing our brand and describing what it was that we offered, but it was tailored for the different markets that we were trying to engage with. So if we were reaching out to someone who's in HR, we kind of like slightly varied that video that we would attach into the email that was like geared towards their goals, versus like if it's the advocate person that we're like really leaning into like this is the leadership outcomes that you'll get from taking this class, and like here's how we can support. And those were actually really helpful. Like a short little pitch, you say, hey, I've attached below a virtual gift card for you to meet with us. I'd love for you to watch this video. And so like that was actually where we got the success.
Appreciate you, thank you.
I'm not very good with going out making calls. I'm a developer by trade, so I kind of sit in that corner in the dark kind of person. It's something I came an entrepreneur for. It was kind of a hard adjustment, get out there and find those leads. What I propose to you guys is I want to help you guys as much as I can, and because I had that same issue. I created a lead generation system. It is AI focused. It's going to ask you 2 questions. And the 2 questions, it'll ask you 4 more questions, and then it'll develop your proper avatar for you. It'll go out and pull the correct businesses that you need, it'll pull the correct content that you need, and then it will actually generate you a list within 4 hours of us doing this. I have different automation flows that I can help you guys with. I am willing to give you 60 days free so that you guys can catch up to it and test the product and actually help me as well, because I get some feedback from you guys, so there's no foot off your back, and I know that it generates leads. If you guys need help with your content, I also have a content workflow that will actually help you post, because they say we're supposed to be posting 10 to 15 times a day. In order for you to get the algorithms to recognize your patterns. So this will make sure that you are within all those guidelines, and make sure that all your monetizations are done correctly. I'm willing to help you guys with that.
All right, so we have just like another quick minute, so come on up, but we have just like a quick minute, then we gotta call it a day.
Just law school, like stuff like that. Yeah, just school programs. They have a lot of grants coming. So like hospitals and law school.
So you're saying like go to where the students are? Yes, thank you. Perfect, thank you so much, appreciate that.
That makes sense, because it'll be people that are like in your kind of demographic, right? They'll see you as young professionals, like, which is what you're promoting yourself as. All right, well, thank you, 1 Million Cups community, for Erica and Taylor. Thank you. It's been up there for a long time. Tony, just make sure yeah. So, okay, so you can get to their contact page up there, Tony. I can do it. Yeah. So again, if you want to communicate with these young ladies to help them, that was an amazing amount of support here. So thank you both. We're going to go to the next thing. We're going to wrap it up. So thank you so much for being our updating presenters. Thank you. All right. So for the rest of you here, Erica and Taylor and Monarch Coaching were an updating presenter. So just know that our organizing committee is being very diligent in making sure that the first Wednesday of the month, we'll have an updating presenter, and we have our updating presenter for August in the room today, Darren Jones. You can stand up, Jared, too, so people can see how tall he is. I can see him. And Darren also provided our coffee for Lisa today. So if you've enjoyed your coffee, Darren is the one that provides that for us here. So we will have an updating presenter again in August, and that will be Darren. All right, and then thank you all for that support that you had today. I'm so glad we're on YouTube Live, because you ended up receiving quite a lot of support. And if you want to reach out to Monarch Coaching independently, they'll watch for your emails and your connections. And thanks, Curtis, for that like nice closeout. I don't know where he is now, but he offered like a really great support to them, and that's what we exist here for. Now, at the end of the meeting here, I'll run through a couple of announcement slides, just things that are upcoming in our community. We have space for 5 of these announcements every single week, so if you have something that you'd like to have us announce for you here, you can email that to DetroitMetro at 1millioncups.com. Just make sure it's up in the upcoming weeks and like not tomorrow, the day after that meeting. So the first one I want to show you here is the Madison Heights Hazel Park Chamber of Commerce. They recently got a huge grant to be able to help people with their company and with their programming. So it's time to pull out your phones if you want to have some access to giving them some information on how they can support you. This grant that they received is in conjunction with Incubizo and a couple other companies here. So we would love for you to complete the survey so you can tell them what you need and how they can help you. And then these 2 events are upcoming events here. The one on your left here, this is Anita Green, and she's been coming to our 1 Million Cups community for about the last 2 months. She is going to be our presenter for an Idea Stage Business on July 16th, and I'll be emceeing that day too, and I was her coach, so you're gonna really like this one. For people who regularly come, when Anita Green comes to talk about her Idea Stage Business, you're going to be able to offer a lot of support because it's going to be exciting. But she's also a professional public speaker, real estate agent, and she's offering a public speaking support program here at Incubizo on July 23rd. Then on the slide next to that, Oakland Thrive is sponsoring a How to Write a Restaurant Hospitality Industry Business Plan. And that is on July 7th, and that is going to be at Oakland Hope. Okay, so there's a QR code there, but for Anita, we'll see if we can get her to get a QR code up there eventually, but just know it'll be here on July 23rd, her How to Be a Better Public Speaker. And then again, our friend Lisa Davis, who has this program here that she told us all about during her coffee pitch. Just know that if you want to be a coffee pitch or a person, person that can pitch here, DetroitMetro at 1millioncups.com to apply. And then this is Incubizo. So if you have enjoyed your time here, or you're familiar with the workspace, this is how you can schedule a tour, either for yourself or any friends, of being able to operate here in this space. And because you've all come here today, they graciously open up this floor here and independent offices upstairs for you to work at the rest of the day. All right, and so on that note, we want to make sure that when we're connecting here right after we wrap up, that we kind of tone down the conversations around 10:30. So Carmen will blink the lights just to make sure we kind of quiet it down a little bit, because there are people here with offices like Curtis. So you want to make sure that we tone it down around 10:30, and then you'll have a great workspace to be in for the rest of your time here. And then now it is actually time for our group photo. So